Hey, did you miss me? I missed me. All right, just let me close my door. I forgot I had it open once. Whew. You know what it's doing here? You know what it's doing here? It's snowing. Come on, Mother Nature. It's snowing. It's a little bit chilly today as well. So it wasn't too bad yesterday. It wasn't too bad. We had some sunshine and stuff. And today it is snowing. Uh, So how the hell are y'all? Welcome everybody. Welcome. My name is Mary Jane Tracy. I'm psychic medium, spiritual love of life coach. Come to you with the 411 of the crazy cosmic energies and the crazy energies of my life. Run, run, run the other way. Um, this is where I was just reading this article, and it has to do with Venus, and it's called Venus Wisdom. And she used to write decades on the moon worship, and she says, I don't write happy full moon anymore. After years of sharing odes to the ancient time of matriarchal power, I don't write about the resurrection or celebration that honored fertility goddess that predated Christianity. I don't long for a lost time of equality, but possibly another version of power over and sacrifice of life. And so she goes on, she says, the true history of this planet seems more mysterious now than ever as we embody more. And I imagine we will remember that we need to know. She talks about Venus and the Venus energies and her devotion in assisting something wholly new to emerge. So the full moon that she talks about started on Friday and peaking on Saturday, and the energy landing with Easter holiday. And what I love about Easter holiday, and just I don't know why I brought her up, but anyways, it's um it's the death and resurrection. That there is always a death and resurrection within our life. And I think Easter was a really beautiful time of allowing us to recognize that in some manner, whether you follow the Christian ideologies or not, it doesn't matter. The energies landing with Easter holiday may have opened up a spiritual and religious conflicts amplified holiday expectations, aggravated family dynamics, stirred memories of how it was in the past. Well, I hope that you had a lovely and easy full weekend. Some of you may have seen explosions, got caught up in crossfires, and become the cyclone itself. The thing is that whether with this energy, I'm not going to read her whole thing. Um, it's this time, especially where Venus is. Venus is she's in a place of exaltation. Venus is the very divine feminine. It is that divine feminine energy. There's really, when you look at astrology, basic astrology, we have two places that really define the divine feminine. One is Virgo. Even though there are other aspects within astrology that are feminine, there's a lot of masculine energy. The moon is feminine as well. I should say that as well. Um, but this energy of Venus really helps us to step into um, our feelings, our energies, our authentic feelings. Not emotions are in charge. Like this energy of Venus and of her energies, I feel it, especially as she's exalted in Pisces. You got to follow my thoughts because I'm getting downloads right now. Um, as she's exalted in in Pisces and she's coming up to Jupiter and Neptune, it is like she's doing this dance, and that's what I see, this beautiful dance in the water. If you've ever been out at midnight on high tide and out on the wharf, and you just, and the plankton, and you run a piece of a rod or a log into the water, and then this beautiful iridescent light comes out. That's how I see Venus in Pisces. She's this iridescent light that is doing this dance in the waters, in the darkness, right? So this is in the dark depths of the sea, and that's what Pisces is. It's that vastness. And here she is, and she's doing this beautiful dance, and she's coming up to Neptune and doing this energy dance, a dance of elusiveness, a dance of saying, what are our dreams? What are we wanting to create and manifest? And this is where the solar energy, or that solar feminine, and with Venus, visible, crossed the face of the sun in 2012. And when she did this, the last time in our lifetime, some of us are called to meet this month's, within this is where it was called a Venus eclipse. Now we'll never have that happen in 2012. And that movement, that dance that she did then, she's continuing on this dance of enlightenment, of us moving forward, of us enduring and coming into our beautiful cycles and allowing our cycles. There's a deck of cards, angel cards, and it's called, and one of the cards, it's like following the feminine cycles, understanding your cycle. And in understanding your cycle, meaning to understand the good and the bad with it, all the energies and the peaks and the valleys that are within this energy. And we need to honor this inception and completion of these energies. And with Venus being with Neptune and Jupiter in Pisces at the same time, this is a lifetime, another time of great change that is happening and occurring. And she's taking us through this dance and allowing us to dance through these energies and embrace this, and coming into the heart. This is where the visionary, this is where, as women, we feel this visionary energy within the heart, and allowing ourselves to feel the emotions and the impulses of this energy, of this um transmutated, that's being transmuted throughout this month, or and years. And these are important reflections in our growth. I feel like this is a time for us to really look at, in volumes, the changes that have occurred, even since 2012 to now, because this is what we call a midpoint. And I sort of spoke about that the other day, the midpoint between 2012 and 2032, where 2022, woo, is a is sort of the midpoint of this. And anything that's sort of the midpoint, it's like, last night I was talking in the fairy group, and I was talking, and I was, mentioning how when you go to school, so you go to school for acupuncture, or Chinese medicine, let's say, and they teach you, if they have, XYZ, they have this. If they have STUV, they have this. And so you study all of these different things, because they show you sort of uh, different images of, this is what this person, has, if they have this or they have that. Then, you know the teacher goes, forget about all of that. And they're like, well, we've studied so hard to remember, to think. But he says that is the midpoint, that is a point on the grid. And that's where we're at. We're at this point on the grid. We're at this point of transmutation and change on the grid. And from there, we can have a general idea, a general ideology of it. But this is this point where it can go off into many different spectrums in many different ways. And that's what I see with Venus in this dance that she's doing, is that, and even within this full moon that we just had, it's revealing a lot of the repressed emotions and impulses that haven't been transmuted. As she's doing this dance and as she's with Neptune and coming up to Neptune, and it's like, and Mars is just coming into this energy. And as Mars is coming into this energy, it's saying, what are we creating within our lives? How are we creating the newness that we want? And how are we letting go of what no longer aligns with us? And it's an important reflection in our growth, in understanding a lot that's going on. And I know for myself, I've been doing a lot of reflection, of looking at and um what has been working and what hasn't been working, and what is going on within my own world. And I also was pulling out, they're called the Akashic Tarot. These cards, they're very beautiful cards. So I pulled these out for myself, and one of the cards I pulled was 17. Now 17, you see he's in the bird cage up there, and the looking out, and everything is burning around him. He's in the lookout, but he's looking, you see the ship, it's all on fire, but there he is, he's looking ahead. So there's chaos all around, but yet he's looking ahead. He's looking ahead on what there is, what's ahead of me, what's going on. And one of the beautiful parts that within that card, and it said, close your eyes and take a deep breath, become a lookout and scan the things happening in your life. Notice anything you'd like to correct, then take a moment to consider how to do so. After a few moments, let go. Now turn your binoculars to your future. Hence, he's turning them to his future, right? Turn them to your future. And what do you see on the horizon? So with this, with this energy, I feel like this is a time that, yeah, let's take a moment and see, what's going on in your life, what's happening within your life. And taking those moments, that time, and just seeing, what's going on. And after that, just let it go. Now turn to the future, and what do you see on the horizon? What do you want? Because, even with Dolores Cannon, and I post it on my stories in Instagram, Dolores Cannon, like, we've come to learn energies. We've come to learn what the energies are, and to be able to manipulate them, to be able to learn to play with them. And everything is at our disposal, right? On how we come to create and how we want to create. And everybody's each of us want to create is different. Not everybody wants to be a Kardashian. Not everybody wants to be the rich and famous and whatever it is. Now, I know with many people in today's society, they say they want to be rich and famous. They say they want to be that. Yet when they get to a certain point, I think they finally realize that's really not what we want. It's something more, more endearing within our lives, that is truly there. And I feel like this is very much where we're coming into a time of, especially with the shadow revealer, with the intense square to Pluto, Eris doing that square, getting us to really see the transformations, or the transformers, and in opposite, what's opposite to Eris. This is feminine chaos. Like, when they found Eris, like, she's on the other side of Pluto. When they found Eris, they thought that she was bigger because she's so bright, They thought that, oh, she must be bigger than Pluto. She must be, whatever. And she's like so bright. She's magnificent. She's like this, this is what she does. And she loves that, right? Eris loves that. Like, ha ha ha, ha ha ha. Look at me. I'm so bright. I'm so beautiful. And then they find out. And it's kind of like, for Pluto, it's like, no, what, no, it's like she likes to make herself like, look at me, and cause that sort of crazy and cause that nuttiness. And I think along with this beautiful dance and where Venus is, and she's doing this dance, and Eris is saying, you do the dance, sweetheart, well, I bring in the chaos, well, I bring in what people need to be looking at, and you can bring in this dance so that people know that is where they need to go. They need to go and step into their truth and step into this transformation, so we can let go of the chaos and the change. And this is where Eris is bursting to remedy oppression, and yet can unleash with um this annihilation instead of generation, so she could breathe in this change for many generations to come. And Saturn, being the taskmaster, you know he's squaring the nodes, right, the north and south. And this is where, in our collective, our release and our growth again, this is coming in, looking at, reviewing, what do you see on the horizon, where is it, reviewing what has happened and letting it go, not hanging on to the old ways or the old ways of thinking. And this is going to bring in our vaster perception and more mature, disciplined responses in relationship that support us to move forward within the inspired visions um, of our future. Not an easy assignment under these skies, not easy at all. I find within my own self, like there's been a lot more that's been put on my plate than I actually want. But it is allowing myself to be open, and especially as we're coming into the eclipse season. And this eclipse season is really going to take us into another area. It's like this, going through a tunnel to this other area that we're not sure of as yet. But this evolutionary feminine power, this path of Venus, is changeable as she's in water. Like, she does this fluid dance, and there's changes and experiences and boundlessness when it comes to love and compassion. And she started the cycle in Capricorn when she retrograded and went over Pluto 3 times to reveal, what is that within yourself that needs to be toppled? What is that within yourself that is restraining you from allowing you to work with the energies you want to work with? And she's united, with the cycle when she united with the sun and carried a golden seed forward, as the heroine does within her journey. Now, with Venus, as she's carrying on this beautiful journey throughout the heavens, and this is what she does. This is why she was such a potent and powerful star. That's what they thought of her in the ancient times, because they could predict exactly where she would be anytime during the year. They could follow her because she made a distinct sign, which is the 5-pointed star in the heavens. So they knew where she would be. And this is where this earthly boundaries that we have can hold delight and watery expanse. But I feel like Venus is this is her descent now. So purification of identity, our liberation, her to come into our true essence. And along with that, stepping into our trueness of who we are and releasing that of which we are no longer needing or hanging on to, can be quite a journey within itself. And I know when things are changing in my life, I get huge challenges. Challenges come up to show me that, okay, things are going to get crazy right now. Hang on. but there is going to be something great on the other side. I may not be able to see it really. My binoculars aren't fully. I just know it's there. I know there's something there that's going to be transforming for me and creating. And sometimes I get scared and I want to run and hide and not deal with it. And I get challenged in not only things within my family, but challenged in other ways with people who don't want me to grow, who don't want to see me out here, who don't want me to voice and speak out and come here each day. And it can be very taxing on you and it can be very overwhelming. But I was reminded today in my meditation, I have a beautiful cheerleading team that is behind me that wants me to continue on and continue that light in amongst great adversities that I'm facing within and challenges that I'm facing at this time. So Venus in Pisces in her Capricorn cycle gives us access to our sacred know while feeling the empathy for another. So this is where, because we call it a cycle because she retrograded in it, and it's very where she's going to be retrograding in it again. This is a cycle she's in right now of creating this newness, creating this new journey for us. And we set boundaries while staying upon to care in our hearts, and we can lovingly let go of relationships that are not in alignment with our journey, and learning to, like, can you forgive yourself for not doing it perfectly, like not stepping into being the perfectionist and understanding that, yeah, we might muck it up and make it muddy and what have you, but this is where the healing available with Venus is there. And she's this beautiful energy that she's creating because she's doing a sextile to Uranus, the revolutionary, and Mercury, the messenger. And when she's doing that, especially with Mercury, it's like being with her BFF and having a conversation. And in comes Uranus, and he's this revolutionary energy of newness and new ideas that are sparking, that are creating, that are wanting us to really see the direction that we need to be going into. And that full moon, the messenger at the full moon, this watery and earthly flow together, make mud and mixed, but they create something that is fertile, that is deep, that is bringing in where we can grow something that is new. And I'm finding that within my own self, not only looking at what I'm wanting to dream within my new timeline, but also in the direction where I want to go. I keep telling people it's a time that we have to grow our food. We have to grow our food. And here I have to put my words into action where I'm starting, with my hydroponic tower. I have one tower. I have dreams of having more towers, but I can only afford I can't even afford the one I got. But it's where it's like, nope, this is the direction you need to go into in growing, in creating, and maybe making a farm out of it. I can't see that right now. I'm not there yet. It's far, it's down, it's in my binoculars, it's in that site, it's down the road there, quite a way. It feels like quite a ways away, and that's what I wanna start creating. I wanna start creating a place where I am able to grow food. I want to be able to, create nutritional, ideas and meals for people, and very much, and I'm just a newbie at this, like, at doing this. I may have done it in other times or in the past, in my past lives. I know I have, but this is coming into this new Venus portal and stepping into this new magical energy of expansiveness, and especially as Venus is meeting Jupiter. And Jupiter, is the planet of expansive benevolent, and it's coming up next week. This is opening up a whole new sublime dreams of what beautiful world you want to create. And that's where I feel I'm headed. I'm headed into creating something that is different and still being that spiritual teacher, still being that one who is coming forward and giving you the messages for the day and helping to guide within your way. And I like to say to those who want to tear me down, for those who want to hide in the darkness and hide in obscurity, to say nasty things about me. And I know you probably won't get this message, but I'm sending this message out to those who will hear it, to those who do back me, for those who are with me in this light, that don't let those who hide in the darkness to say nasty things about you and think it's funny because they don't like who you are. I was at a market earlier on this year. I did a market. Anyways, with this market, it was funny because one of the people who do nasty things about me online, and they're blocked. I don't see what they say. Other people let me know of what they're doing. When she saw me, she ran. She ran. She was terrified of me. And I feel like as soon as you shine your light, when you are shining your light so brightly, when the darkness is able to come to you or close to you, they run the fuck away because they cannot stand the light. They cannot be seen. They don't want to be seen. They're afraid of you. They will cast you out. They will call you names. They will pull you down. That's what they do to wear you out. And I know yesterday I was really feeling that energy of being worn out, of feeling, the prayers that people sent me. Thank you. Because not only do I need it, my husband needs it too, because he's sick again. He's got a really bad cold, like a really bad into his chest, and, he was feverish and things like that. This, and his immune system from having the stroke is quite low. So, and, in amongst as we are trying to boost it, this comes in, and then I get bombarded by assholes in my life, So I send out where I know, yes, I pulled out the lookout today, the lookout. Then I pulled out the force. And I love it because I was talking about a willow tree the other day, and being the willow tree, being able to flow within that energy of the willow tree. And I pulled the book out with this because I am still learning these cards and what they are. But the willow tree to me is air, is that movement with air, allowing myself to, you know um have that mobility, to stand confidently in my truth, to take action that support the growth of all things wonderful in my life, and know that I am powerful. That was my message today. And I was like, holy shit. That's what I needed. To take a deep breath and feel yourself plant in and plant the energetic roots, and planting those roots, and notice the strength you feel rising up from the profound source of energy. So planting my roots and saying, yeah, this is the direction I'm going in. And I'm going to continue. I'm going to be that willow tree. I'm going to be that one who's going to stand there have my roots. I'm going to be able to flow in the wind. And with that came will, wisdom, and mind. And the will, wisdom, and mind was the power of the heart, the mind of God dwell within you. Close your eyes and feel these divine forces. Your energy grows, your heart overflows with love, and your mind is boundless as the sky. Feel yourself expand. So know that there might be chaos in my life. The ship's burning. The fucking ship is burning. It's fully inflamed. But I have my binoculars on sight for something new, on a path that is going to be of growth. and allowing myself to stand in that, and knowing with Venus coming up to Jupiter is of great expansion, and allowing me to go and step into that dance. And that's not only for me, that is for you as well, to step into that dance, to step into that ever flowing energy, to allow for this to happen. There is fucked up shit coming in. We're hearing things about the water. We're hearing things about the war in in Ukraine, in Russia. There's flooding in South Africa. There's flooding in Australia. There's lockdowns in Shanghai, which we're not even hearing about. God bless those people. But this is where it's like, yeah, there's crazy, but what am I going to create for myself? What am I going to create in order for me to be that light and to go and allow for the beauty of the world, because I'm here to work with the energies. You're here to work with the energies. You're here to create what you need to have in your reality, in your realm. That's what we're here to do. And in amongst it, there's going to be fucking weeds. There's going to be assholes. There's going to be fucked up, bullshitted bastards out there. Excuse me. But you know what? Let them hide in their little corner as I shine more brightly, as I shine in the brightness of what I know is my divine, unique divinity of me. Because then I pulled the Six of Keys, the increscent moon. And the thing is, that's my moon. That's my moon. I love that moon. That is my, one of my favorite moons, because when I see that crescent moon, especially within the waxing, this is, you don't usually see it drawn. You usually see the waning moon. You don't see the waxing moon as it is getting fuller and fuller. And I thought, okay, what does this one have for me? The keys, of opening. So the keys is: a man works diligently sculpting a bust in his workroom. Behind him is a large window that overlooks the rolling hills and harbors. The moon in the sky points left, growing to full potential. This waxing moon shows an exciting time of increased abundance and growth. That was my overall energy, because I usually do 3 cards and what's the overall energy. So the overall energy is to keep my sights on where I'm going. Know that I am able to move with this energy and move with the flow, because God is with me. That there is great power that I am going to have, and I'm going to bring out to this world, like we all will. And allowing ourselves to know, and this is what it said: if things have been financially tight for you recently, relax. There is a great opportunity for increase and fulfillment in every way, financially, creatively, and even in your reputation and prestige. So just do your work and get ready to receive. And that's what I'm doing. I'm doing my work and I'm ready to receive. Financially, life is bloody shitty right now. Just saying, right? But there is great growth that is coming, and I'm trusting that that's what is on my horizon, because I'm going to continue doing what I'm doing. And in doing that, I'm having a new moon solar eclipse meditation on the 30th, which is a Saturday. It's going to be 7 p.m. It's $25. You want to join me? Definitely let me know. You can send the $25 to e-transfer or PayPal. And this is a time to allow ourselves to come into our creating and come into our beauty of what it is that we want to create through this. So join me with that. Also, I will be having a new meditation starting up in May. So if you want to join me for the May meditation, it's 8 p.m. every morning, Monday through Friday. It's $25 as well. And I will be having a special for 3 workshops that are coming up this spring in May, June, and July, May and June. And then I'm going to have a summer special that's going to be coming up. And so 3 classes for $200. And they're going to be the shamanic class, the karmic class, and the spiritual cleansing class. Spiritual cleansing class, I really recommend. It is going to be a 1-day class, but I really highly recommend that one if you don't want to get the package. I will be doing it individually, but it is going to be a 1-day class. It is one that I feel, especially with a lot of crap that's coming out, the more you shine your light, like you're a beacon up there, the more you shine your light, the more people want to throw shit on you. The more you have to have that God shield up, so that whatever comes in, it reflects and goes back to the light, and whatever is theirs goes back to them. Whatever needs to be burnt off gets burnt off, because I believe in people, you know, taking responsibility for what they're doing and having 100% responsibility. That doesn't mean cursing them. That means this isn't my stuff. Why am I taking it? It's yours. It's like when somebody dumps something on your lawn, it's like, that's not mine. That's yours. That belongs in your yard. That belongs in what you need to do. And you need to take responsibility for it. It's not for me to take responsibility for your garbage. I can help you. I can sort it. I can show you where it goes. That's what my job is. But you have to take your garbage, and I just guide you on what you need to do with it. You don't throw garbage on somebody else. It's not what we're here to do. We're here to embrace and take responsibility. When we do that, that empowers not only ourselves, that empowers those around us. So shine light, shine your light, shine bright, be the beautiful, energetic beings that you all are, and allow for the Lord and the Lady to watch over and bless you in all that you say and all that you be and all that you do. Embrace Venus right now. Embrace that beautiful energy of Venus, and know that she's bringing you to this exaltation of beauty in amongst the intensity and the craziness of the world at hand. Blessed be everybody. Have a fabulous day, and we will talk to you soon. If you need to book a reading, get a hold of me, Mary at thegurumama.com. Blessed be. Bye-bye.